town called Amritsar in northern India in the state of Punjab.
We are so excited to be here, and something that it's really known for is there is a border between India and Pakistan that we're 40 kilometers from that has a big ceremony that you can go watch. So we're gonna do that. We're Keith and Dev, and if you're new here, we're two Canadians trying to experience as much of the world as we can. Currently, we're in India and have been loving it. In today's video, we are going to be experiencing the Attari-Wagah Border ceremony, a ceremony between India and Pakistan that has been taking place daily since 1959. This ceremony showcases both the rivalry and cooperation of the countries through a colorful display of drills, and apparently is an experience you don't want to miss.
Subscribe to follow along. We gotta grab a 40-minute tuk-tuk.
Yeah, 40 kilometers, so who knows how long it'll take.
Yeah, maybe an hour. We did it, we got ourselves a tuk-tuk. It's gonna be $800 for the round trip, and we're splitting it 3 ways. This is Nick, by the way.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, you're ready to go.
We're good to go. Give me money.
Okay, I didn't capture that wildness, but that was hectic coming out of the tuk-tuk. We got these things on our faces, and of course the guy really wanted money. He's very direct about it. Give me money, give me money.
But not until after.
But it's not until afterwards. Obviously, so you give him a little bit because you got a service, but you didn't discuss it, so it's not really a... Anyhow.
I knew it was coming.
I knew it was coming. You can get a lift if you want, but we're gonna walk. Right, so a bit of history if you don't know. The partition was an event that happened in 1947, and it was quite dark for both Pakistan and India. Essentially, it was the world's biggest mass migration. 18 million people moved across the borders after independence was declared in Pakistan and in India. So really chaotic, and some really tragic, horrific things happened. And this is sort of why there's quite a bit of tension between India and Pakistan. And that tension is something we're going to see today. This is pretty crazy. A lot of people lined up here. I don't know what to expect. This is my first time here. Devin's actually been here before. But do you have any idea what to expect?
It's probably going to be chaos, like everything else in India.
A big fun function, I hope. This is they're selling popcorn and food. This seems fun. Step 1 was getting placed in, I think, the online booking / foreigner line, and I think now there's a security check. I think we're making our way in.
For being here before, I don't remember any of this. Obviously, I had to do this before. I just remember how fun it was once we were in.
You have any pictures
we get
from the back in the day?
Probably.
Flashback.
Right now, we're at the Indian-Pakistani border. Where are we, Amy? We're basically in Pakistan, about 20 meters away. Like a Colosseum thing going on here. And if you look over there, you can't really see because of the sun, but literally there's the exact same thing with a wall or gate in the middle, and then Pakistan on the other side. It's like a football match, but for marching. Very much so. I wish I knew what they were saying.
Okay, so we made it through security. We do still have our little bags with us. Yeah, because he had a power bank with him, so you can't bring power banks.
I think he'll drop it off. There's some storage areas. Or maybe hide it in the bush.
And then hopefully come back, because we don't have service here anymore because we're literally at the border.
Yeah, it's 4 o'clock. I think the ceremony starts in an hour
5:15, so we have a bit of time.
The seats fill up. I don't know if there's actually given seats.
No, there's
So
not.
It's a bit of a free-for-all, an Indian free-for-all.
This is really cool though.
This
it's
is really
like
sweet.
bringing me back. At first I was like quiet because I was a little like, oh my gosh, are we gonna lose all of our bags? What's gonna happen? But we're in. Everyone's been
good.
Nice and helpful.
Yeah, so this little bag was allowed in. I was searched, the bag was searched. But yeah, power banks and obviously weapons, lighters, cigarettes, things like that could be suspicious or questionable and not allowed.
There's also a lot of security, and it seems like a very safe place, which is cool.
You made it.
You made it, man. So
Good.
you can actually go and put your stuff in a locker right over there.
Okay, that's sweet.
And it's a legit looking place.
Does it cost money?
100.
Okay, yeah. Oh my goodness, we're approaching it. We can see both flags, India and then Pakistan's right there.
On the other side. This is again, so I have been here before, but this is, I remember, the coolest feeling, and I've got that again. We're so close to two different countries, and
It's a big celebration, big party.
It's a big celebration, which is kind of cool. And there's so many people, so many Indian tourists here with us, and it's just so exciting.
We're part of it. This is so fun. So this event, by the way, it's called this is called the Border Retreat Ceremony. And this happens every day and it's free. We booked online, by the way. This is wild. You won't be able to hear much because the speaker's behind us. This is what it is. It's wild. All of the Indian side is full. Pakistan right now only has a few people.
At the time, we didn't realize, but it was the start of Ramadan, so the Pakistan side actually stayed fairly empty, but usually both sides are full, like the first time I went.
People are running flags in the middle of the square, I guess you could call it. People are clapping. It's a whole energy here, celebrating India. Part of the stadium is now filling up, which is wild. This big stadium is just like full, probably every day. And now we don't have space. Now it's shoulder to shoulder. sword. This other guy is running fast. We're just cheering non-stop.
They've got some good high kicks.
They have some very good high kicks, some cool hats. And the one officer in the middle that also is sort of the entertainer is telling us when to cheer. Oh, the gates are opening! aggressive. The flags on both sides are now down.
They're folding them up.
And they're folding them nicely. And the flag above here is down. The gate is now closed.
I don't know what that means, but that was a cool
The ceremony is coming to an end. We're getting told to get out now.
Oh, is it time to leave?
Yeah, we're getting told to leave. That was pretty cool.
For how quickly it filled up, it also emptied really quickly. So I assume getting out here, there's going to be a bit of a crowd, and we have to try and find our tuk-tuk driver.
Take our time, and we have our tuk-tuk driver's WhatsApp, so we can call him and text him.
So we're here. That was fun. I have like adrenaline now, I think.
There's a crowd, and that's that. There's the stadium right behind us. And the crowd's a bit thinner where we're standing, but man, I think there must be 15 to 20,000 people in that stadium. I don't know, something like that, huh?
That was so much fun. I'm really happy we came.
Yeah, it's also one of the things that you have to do when you're in Amritsar. If you're close to this part of the world, it's a must.
You gotta do it. There are.
I'm so happy I went after all hearing it from you after all these years.
I'm happy we came and you got to experience
Sorry I
it.
interrupted you. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say there are some other things in Amritsar that you have to do and see. So we will do that in our next video.
I think so.
So
thanks for watching. See you soon. You gotta not film yourself.
Kid, I'm trying.